problem that we are discussing now is leftmost column with at least a 1. So let's go through the question. This problem is an interactive problem. Okay. A binary matrix means that all the elements are 0 or 1. For an individual row of the matrix, this row is sorted in non-decreasing order. Okay. And given a row sorted binary matrix, okay, they have repeated it again. Return leftmost column 0 index. Okay, the columns are 0 index with at least a 1 in it. If such doesn't exist, return -1. And they told that we can't access the binary matrix directly, and you may only access through this binary matrix interface that they provide. So this has a get method xy, where xy are the coordinates of the uh, grid element, and it returns the value of that element at index xy, and dimensions, which gives mn the dimensions of the matrix. And they have also told that submissions making more than 1000 calls to this will be judged wrong answer. So that means they are asking for a very optimized approach, not brute force. Okay, see, let's go through the question. So you need to find the leftmost column, right? Yes, leftmost column with at least 1. So if you see this example, okay, so this is the leftmost column that has 1 in it. So in the entire column here it is 1. So you return 0 index of that column. So in this 0th column doesn't have 1 and the first column has 1. So you return 1. So here nothing has 1, so return -1. So in this matrix, here in the all the right columns also has 1, but leftmost is this in the red color. So it is 0 and 1, 1th column. So you return 1. So there are two approaches to solve this problem. We'll see both of them. So one approach is to use binary search, the other is like, say you consider this as a simple graph or a grid problem and try to solve it. So if you want, what we can do in a brute force, let's take one example and go on, see what all we can do there. So one thing that we can do there is, from the first column I'll see if there is any ones. If there are ones, I'll return it. Otherwise, if there are no ones in the first column, I mean 0th column, then I'll go to the first column. I'll see all the elements in that column. If there is one, I'll return. If there is no one, I'll go to the next column again. Something like that. So, but what might happen is they gave that the dimensions of the matrix is very large, right? So, okay, 100 by 100. So, if it is a very large matrix, then if it's a very large matrix and the one is not there at the initial rows, I mean columns, and it is there only in the last column, then it would take more than 1000 operations. So, that might result in TLE. So, what else can we do? So, the first one was, the approach is simply going through column by column and see where the one is there and return from there. So what else can we do is, so we can start from rightmost, right? So okay, I'll have something called result, a variable which will keep updating it. So, and I'll start from here, okay. So I'll start from this, okay, from this column and the topmost element, and I'll see if it is 1 or 0. So if it is 0, then entire thing is 0 in that row, right? So I'll simply go down. So otherwise I would go left of it. So what we do is, okay, let's go through this example, then you can understand why. So first I go to this one and I'll see if it is 0 or 1. So it is 1, right? So if it is 1, I'll update the result with the column number of the current one. So here it is 0, 1, 2 and 3 in the third column. So I'll update result with 3 and go below it. I mean, sorry, left of it. If it is 1, you should go left and check if there are any ones on the left of it. So now I go here, okay. From this I went here. So now I see if it is a 0 or 1. So if it is 0, then I am done looking at that current row. So I can simply go down to the next row, right? So what I'll do is I'll go to the next row below, and now I'll see if it is a 0 or 1. So again, now what happened here is it is 1, right? So I'll update this with the um, current index. I mean, the result will get now updated to 2, right? So the result is this index, and now it is 1, right? I'll check to the left of it. I'll simply go to the left. So if it is 1, I keep on going left and find the leftmost one and then update that with the result. So here again, I didn't get any ones. So I got 0. So when you get 0, this row is done. So I'll go to the below row. So now I go to the below row. Okay, sorry. So now I go to the below row. So the red color, I think it's not very clear. So okay, I'll do like this. Okay. So now I went to the below row here. So now I see if it is 1 or 0. Okay. So if it is 1, so what I have to do is I have to update this result, right, with the index of this. So now this gets overwritten by 1. I mean this result. And now what I'll do is I'll check to the left of it. So now from here I go left since it is 1. So in the left I'll check if it is 0 or 1. So it is 0, right? So now if it is 0, what we have to do is we have to go, I mean here for the left there are no ones again. So because it's given that it's a non-decreasing order. So I have to go down, but I can't go down because I exceeded the limits of the matrix. So I return. So what is the most recent value that of the result? This will be the final result. So this is one approach. So let's code this up and check. So there is another approach that we'll discuss later. So let's code this result approach first. I can close this. So what we have to do is, so I need n and m, right? How many rows are there and how many columns are there? So what was the function? Let's see below. Okay. So okay, this returns a list. Okay, dimensions. Sorry, this should be dimensions. So then I want how many rows. And columns. And what I'll have is I'll have the current I and j. So current I will be 0. I mean I'll start from the 0th row and j will be rightmost column. So calls -1. Okay, and I'll also have result. So by default which is set to -1, and I'll start a loop. So while I should be greater than or equal to 0, right? Oh sorry, I should be less than n number of rows and j should be greater than or equal to 0. And we'll see what the current value is. So this will be binary matrix dot get I comma j. So if it is 0, So what we were doing, if it was 0 is we were just incrementing I, right? I was going to the next row, and if it is 1, I have to update this result with the j that was there currently and subtract the j. Okay, this keeps on doing, and at the end you can simply return the result. So let's run this code. What did we miss? Okay, I have to give this. I think this is the only error. Okay, this n is rows. Yeah. Okay, it returns here. Let's submit this. Cool, accept. So there's another approach that you can use to solve this problem. So let's see what is that. So, and this is binary search based approach. So here what we do is for every row. So let me open. Okay. So in this, I'll go on finding at every row where is that first one present. Okay. So and I keep updating that. And there is one place where we can optimize to not update, that we'll see later on. So what is this binary search is like? So if I have something like this and I am interested only in this one, right, where I get it for the first, so I can have two indexes that is pointing to this ij in the start, and I go to the mid of it, say somewhere it falls here. I'm just taking a rough approximate, so I take the mid. Okay, this is the mid, let's consider it. So now mid, I got it as 0. So if I get 1, okay, so when is the edge case happening? Edge case, I mean, when I have to return from the binary searches. If I get a 1 here and the previous element is 0, then this is the exact one. I mean, say if the mid happens to be here, then I will return. If the current mid is here and the mid minus 1 is 0. So this is the case when I would return from the binary search. Otherwise, so if I get like this and this both case doesn't satisfy, this is not 1 and this is not 0. So what I would do is, I am least bothered about the left part of the array. I would simply put so I here and calculate the new mid and keep on doing like that. So, and suppose I get into a situation where there are less this and I have more ones. So something like this, and I have I here and j here. So and I got mid somewhere here. So these are rough things. I mean, just I'm telling what are the two edge cases, how you write the binary search. You can detailedly work out this binary search by yourself, all the steps, or we can may come up with a new video later on. So right now the problem, focus of the problem is not entirely on this. So we'll just see how to implement this. We'll not go through a very detailed step-by-step walkthrough of this, but we'll see how to write this algorithm. So here now what we got is mid is 1, okay, and mid minus 1 is also 1, it is not 0, so this is not the actual position I'm looking for, and the right is entirely 1 because of this if I have 1. So now what I have to do is right is mid minus 1. So if the mid element, earlier the mid element was 0, so I made left as mid plus 1. Here the mid element got to be 1, and this is not the edge because mid minus 1 is not 0. So this entire right part I can ignore and bring j here and calculate new mid, which comes around here, something like this. So you can do something this way, binary search on each of the rows of the matrix. So let's see how we can do that. So first we need to get the list of integer, which are the dimensions. and rows and columns. Okay, so now I have this rows and columns, right? And for every row I have to do this, so I'll iterate through this. For every row I'm doing it, and so what I'll do is I have to find from left I initialize to 0 and right is the rightmost of the array. I mean this will be calls minus 1 right, yeah. And this is a standard binary search. So if left greater, then I can return, I mean not return, sorry, here I should break. Okay, first I need this result, right? So I'll put this to integer max value because I'll be using later on math.min operations. That time this will get a minimum value. I mean if there is any value, otherwise it will still remain the max value. For that reason I'll just put it as max value. So now we'll calculate mid. So I'll do this method, not left plus right by 2 because left plus right might cause overflows. So I'll do this left, so right minus left by 2. And I'll get the mid element, which is this binary matrix dot get. So this will be from the ith row and mid column. And now I'll check that condition where I got the mid exact, like the 0 1 separation. So that is mid element, this should be 1, right? And so either mid is 0, there is this is the first element, there is, and there is no columns to the left of it, or this not get I and mid minus 1, this is 0. So if I get this, then I am at the proper place. I mean the place where 0 and 1s are separated. So I'll make this as math.min result and mid. So here if I get any mid, this max value gets updated with this mid because it will be less than the max value. Otherwise what I'll do is mid element. So if mid element is 0, what we have to do is left should go. So I'm not at all bothered about the left part, which is all zeros. So otherwise I'm not bothered about the right part, which is all ones. So in the end what you'll do is I'll check if this is a result. So if it is still max value, then here anywhere it didn't get updated. So I return -1. So I didn't find any place. Otherwise I'll return result. So let's run this code. Okay, here it should be result. Okay. this should be out of this for loop. We got the same answer. Let's submit this. Oops, we got this. Too many calls we have made. Okay. So what is another optimization that we have to do? So that is what we were thinking, right? Okay. So okay. So here instead of left less the greater than right. Okay. Okay, sorry, this was not at all necessary, right? So yeah, okay. This entire thing was not at all necessary. Even with this, I would have got this. Yeah, same thing. So here, this optimization here, what we have to do here is, so when I'm checking every rows right here, if I've already got one somewhere here, say in this position, okay, let me take a notepad and write it. Okay. So if I have something like this, and I still have in the next row, I have these zeros. So then here, if I get 0 somewhere, already I have the result which is smaller. So here if it is 0, it doesn't make sense anything to go further with binary search. So to find, so if it is this case, then I already have this one which is lesser, and it doesn't make much sense to go and if I'm somewhere here or here, then or here, so then it doesn't make sense to find this one where it is. So I can simply break that. So that is what here we have to do. So this shouldn't be left greater than right, but so it should be left greater than mid. So if the leftmost that I'm hitting is greater than the mid element, then I, not mid, sorry, this is result. So if it is greater than the result, then I need not simply check for that row. I can simply skip that row. So now let's submit this. Cool, it got accepted. Yeah, thank you. If you like this video, hit the like button, and if to get more updates, hit the subscribe button, and please share it among your friends and college mates. Thank you.